What's happening, Roland? Hey, I tell you what, today's Friday. It's the update for the week, and it's been a really interesting week. It was incredible. This morning, I came down here to the launch ramp. I'm in Alva, Florida, on the Caloosahatchee River, and I came down and I launched right here at 7 o'clock. It was just barely getting light. I pulled the boat over here, right here where I am, and I got out of the boat and went and parked the car. When I came back from the car, I had my iPhone and my YouTube stuff. And when I went to jump in the boat, like right here, my iPhone fell in the lake right here, fell into water, and it's now 10 feet deep. Okay? I said, oh my heavens, I've lost my iPhone. What in the world am I going to do now? Oh, this is terrible. This is just a horrible situation. So I went fishing because I'm practicing for a big tournament. Gary Milicevic and I, he's a big frog fisherman and a big fisherman from Okeechobee that does a lot of flipping. I start off with this devil's horse, and I said, in the meantime, I'll try to get a YouTube video. I took the devil's horse, bam, I catch about a 3-pounder, bam, I catch another couple more, and I catch a limit, and I finally, I'm YouTubing, I make a long cast over to the shoreline like this. I make a long cast, and I'm twitching it along, and all of a sudden, boom, this 5-pounder blows up on it. I reach over to turn my YouTube, my GoPro on, and he finally, it jumps at about a 5-pound bass. It jumps off. Anyway, so I kind of messed up. I said, well, that's all right. I got to go to the store. I got to go buy another iPhone. I don't know what to do. So I came back to the dock at 12 o'clock noon. I came right back here. It's 9-10 feet deep. I looked at the thing and I said, maybe if I put my power pole down, maybe I can dive down and find it. Now, I used to be a diver. I mean, I'm a certified diver. In fact, years ago, when I worked in Brazil for a year, I dove on a Brazilian diving team. I was a very accomplished diver, but that was 50 years ago. And now I'm 81 years old. I mean, I'm past my diving point of time. I don't dive anymore. But I figured I could maybe let my power pole down, and I'd hyperventilate and pull myself down and feel around on the bottom and see if I can do it. The water temperature's in the 60s, pretty cold. So I went up and changed into these shorts, hyperventilated. Now let me tell you about hyperventilation. When you hyperventilate, like so when we did our deep diving in Brazil, we'd go big deep breaths until you get almost passed out. Big deep breaths. It builds up oxygen levels in your blood. And of course, it makes so you can dive a much longer period of time. So the first dive down there about 20 minutes ago, I dive down, I feel around as far as I can all around the power pole because I'm holding on to the power pole. That's my reference point. I don't feel anything. I've even got my feet out there feeling. I don't feel anything. So now it's time for the second dive. Hyperventilate some more to go down a second time, nothing. Hyperventilate some more, go down for the third time, nothing. Each time I'm going down for 45 seconds or so, on a pretty good while. And I'm moving the power pole, and I finally fool around. I said, I'm going to try one more dive. And sure enough, I hyperventilated and felt around. I felt over the drop off with my foot. I felt way over. I felt the phone. I got the phone. I got my iPhone back. I got it back. It's there. It's recording right now. And I have the Otter case. Now, I'm not promoting Otter, but I got the Otter case, and sure enough, it's dry. It's working. The Otter case is working good. So anyway, I'm all excited about that, and I got my iPhone back. Okay, for the first part of the week, I went to the Headwaters pond and I did the last show of the year. And that was show 13. That's for Fishing with Roland Martin, my regular television show. And it was a real good bite, flipping the hyacinth mats and also the hydrilla mats, and with the big 1-ounce weights, and that was a pretty good deal. So that was one thing I did. The second thing was I used the hardtail grub, caught a couple 4- and 5-pounders, and used the Senko, caught a whole bunch of small fish. But anyway, I made a good film, and that was the last show of the year, and I felt so relieved about it. Well, then the last 2 days, I figured turkey season's coming up. So I went down to the Picayune, and the Picayune is a place down in South Florida. It's down, it's part of the Picayune State Park. Picayune, the definition of Picayune means worthless, means something of little value. And the reason is they tried to sell lots down there in the Picayune years ago, and it was all swampland. And so when the state of Florida realized it was a land scam, they shut the whole thing down. And now it's a 76,000 acre state forest, state park. And I drew a permit to go fishing down there, or hunting, and there's some fishing too, but there's a lot of turkey, a lot of deer, panther. I saw panther tracks yesterday. I saw every kind of thing. Well, anyway, I make these turkey calls, and you've seen me with the turkey calls now for the last couple weeks. And this is a butternut box call. It's a replica of the Neil Cost call. It's got a nice cherry top. Listen to this. Beautiful. That's a cut. Anyway, I gobbled up 2 turkeys yesterday, and then 3. I had 3 gobblers answer me 2 days ago, the scammer. So I'm getting a few places set up for my turkey hunting. By the way, if you want to get a call like this, these are really, really great calls. My wife Judy is helping me with this whole thing. Let's see if I get this.